So I just got done watching the Thor Love and Thunder trailer, and I'm trying to figure out how many times this freaker has defined itself. He had defined himself in Thor 1, he had defined himself in Thor Ragnarok, he had defined himself in Infinity War, and he had defined himself in Endgame. Mother freaker, by now you should have found yourself. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Fatal J, back like I left something, and I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to break down the Thor Love and Thunder trailer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I seen it, I was pretty much hyped, but I've watched it over and over and over again, and it's that same freaking arc that they give Thor so many times that leads me to believe that this is going to be a lame movie because they are not expanding on Thor. But before we get into that, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because every time you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's break it down. This trailer, now, you know it's done by your boy Wakiti. I can't even say his name. Taka Wakiti. I hope I said it right, but he gave us Ragnarok. He went into a different direction with his comedy stuff, and I think that's the only reason why Marvel hired Waikiki, because they want to make Thor a comedy. Thor is so much more. If you read the comic books, you know Thor is that dude, man. The most powerful Avenger there is. And that's why I was thinking with this Love and Thunder, they was going to bring the absolute pain when it comes to Thor. Thor, you could do so much more, taking him on another level. And I'm not gonna lie, I got pumped up and hyped when I saw Zeus in there, because I said, okay, we can see some sick battles between Thor, the thunder god, against Zeus, the ancient Roman god of thunder, the Greek god of thunder. But it's not going to be like that. It's going to be full of jokes and making him look corny, and they both look corny. We live in an age now where there's no more alpha males in the movies. They just want to make the males look lame, man. I don't understand that. I don't get that, you know? And I'm down with the powerful women. There's a lot of dope Marvel women out there that I love watching, but man, they make the guys look so goofy and lame right now. I just don't understand it. Thor, my all-time favorite Marvel hero. I like your Spider-Mans, I like your Captain America, but Thor always been my favorite. He always had that flavor. And now we looking at this scene that opened up talking about he need to give up being a hero and he needs to find his own path. Freak, no. I've seen that so many times in Thor 1. You guys remember Thor 1, where the whole basis of the movie was finding out who he is so he can grab the hammer and use the hammer to kick butt with. And it's crazy. I looked into the internet and I was thinking, it has to be somebody out there that think like me. Everybody cannot be hypnotized into the marvelous Marvel movie ways. The thing about these Marvel shows, I be watching them with my son and Disney Plus. These Marvel shows are getting really lame. It's none of them that stand out. It seems like ever since they gave us Endgame, nothing has hit hard like that. But I found an article that thinks just like your boy Fatal J. Let's check it out right here. This is what the article says. It says, new Thor Love and Thunder trailer reveals Taika Waititi will continue one of Avengers Endgame's biggest mistakes. That big mistake in Avengers Endgame was the idea that Thor needed to go on a journey to be who I am rather than who I supposed to be. After leaving Valkyrie in charge of New Asgard, Thor informs her that he has no idea what's going to do Sam. For the first time in 1,000 years, I have no path. While he might not have a path, he does have a ride and boards Star-Lord's Milano and prepares to set off with what he calls the Asgardians of the galaxy. You got to remember, in Endgame, he told Valkyrie, I need to find myself, I need to find out who I am, and he goes out with the Guardians of the Galaxy in the outer space and to do whatever in the adventures and all that stupid stuff. And it's just so stupid that he had to find his way again, because in Infinity War he had to find out who he was, and remember in Thor 1 he had to find out who he was, and even I'll give you Age of Ultron, when he was looking for the Infinity Stones, he had to find out who he was. And I'm just sick of the same thing. It's like the writers can expand their minds and give us a new Thor, give us a more hardcore Thor like in the comic books, because the comic book Thor, he speaks little, and I'm telling you, he brings the pain. Let's talk more action. Let's read some more. It says the trailer for Thor Love and Thunder, interestingly enough, picks up with Thor trying to figure out just who he is, because he literally abandoned his duty and responsibility to his people. He's literally run away from leading an upstanding and righteous life to join a couple of criminals that might just happen to make the right decisions right then, right here and then. An opening monologue sees Hemsworth Thor states, "These hands was once used for battle. Now they are humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly who I am." I looked at the trailer. I peeked out the trailer. They want to give it the 80s vibe. It still feels like Guardians of the Galaxy to me, the Volume 2 version. And I want them to bring something different. I want it to be serious. Now, I know when it comes to Marvel movies, we're going to have comedy. That's just the plain simple thing, because it's more geared towards kids. But I wish they gave us that element of Infinity War, where you blended with comedy and seriousness. And maybe I'm just speaking on the teaser trailer and I'm just seeing the beginning of this, the beginning of the movie, and not the middle and the end part, but they have to come with it. Quit treating Thor so bad, man. He's really the dopest Avenger out there. When you look into the comic books, he's more dope than Iron Man, Captain America, all those joints. He has more power, great costume designs. When you get deep into the Asgard lore, it's just so dope. And I just wish they would have gave us some Norse mythology, more Norse mythology instead of this 80s rock crap. I just don't get it. Let's continue. It says, those lessons have been learned and were shown to have been learned on screen, no matter what Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, Taika Waititi, and the Russo brothers want you to forget. The new teaser trailer and how it depicts Thor looks like a poor man's reboot of the original Thor film, rather than another daring adventure in the story of Thor where his strength, wits, courage might be tested. I'm gonna be truthful with you guys. I enjoyed Ragnarok, but it still wasn't a Thor movie. Thor 1, even though it's the least of the Avengers movies, that was probably the best story we was going to get. I'm not going to even speak on Thor 2. That was hot garbage, boo-boo dookie trash. It was complete trash. I don't ever want to see something like that again, but it looks like they don't know what to do with the franchise. You could have did so much more with Thor. With all the Avengers being gone, Black Widow being dead, Cap being old, Iron Man being dead, the only dope people you got left is Thor. They don't want to do nothing with Hulk. Hulk is just like Barney at this point. He just green, he friendly. You could have did so much with Hulk. They just, I don't know what Marvel doing, man. This Hollywood agendas and this propaganda stuff, I just don't get it. It's ruining it. It's like at this point, after Endgame, all else fails, they don't care. They just in it for the check. They not in it to make dope cinema anymore. It's just really lame. I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. I hope the show is doper than what it's supposed to be, what I think it is right now. But the trailer maybe is more amazing and it'll be spectacular. We'll see when that full trailer come out. But until then, you guys let me know what you think about the trailer. Did you think it was absolutely dope? Or do you agree with my words? Or do you think I should shut up? And I'm about to shut up right now. Get back at your boy Fader J. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because every time you hit that notification bell, it makes me feel oh so good and oh so swell. And I'm out of here. Ninja. Damn it.